Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to post this quick video. I just finished grading all of your checkpoint number ones. With each one of the checkpoints, I created a little video, kind of like I'm doing right now, designed for each one of you so that you can kind of get, an understanding about what I liked and about your checkpoint and where you can earn even more points, moving forward. So make sure that you watch those videos. As again, I don't do them that often, but when I do them, I really take the time to try to give you as much feedback as I can to help you as we move forward. So again, with one thing that I saw a lot with checkpoint number one is there wasn't there if you missed any point, it's likely because you didn't include enough analysis. And the reason why for checkpoint number one I provided that sample paper for you that a student had done in a previous semester that got full credit is to see, because again, I'm big on data. I love it when you add numerical and statistical analysis to your data, because again, this is a class on total rewards and compensation, which is all about that analysis. So the more you can add to it, the better. And again, as we move into checkpoint number two, I also provided, a sample kind of paper for you. Again, mirror that as best you can, because again, I'm a big on you don't have to reinvent the wheel. That the papers I provide you answer all the questions that I want to see with these checkpoints. So use them as a source for you and to help you build out, what you're working on. And again, as we move into checkpoint number two, if you have specific questions on what you need to be doing or anything along those lines, shoot me an email and let me know, because again, I want to make sure that you do as well as possible on these checkpoints. And again, kind of being now in the middle of the semester, we've kind of gotten to the point where you kind of have you should kind of have an idea now of my expectations on how I grade and what I look for. So, and again, especially with your weekly discussions, make sure that with almost everyone, unless I tell you differently, that your initial post is done by Thursday night, and then at least 2 additional responses to 2 different classmates by Sunday. And again, I always try to reward extra points if you cite the textbook, or if you bring in outside sources, throw in a YouTube video there, or an article, magazine article, an academic paper, whatever it is. The more outside sources you can cite, including the textbook, I always give more points and really appreciate that extra effort. So if you're wondering how I can earn more points, that's one of the best things that you can do right there, because it shows me you're taking what you learn on the outside and applying it to that as well. And also, if you do that same citation with the responses to your classmates, I always notice that as well, and always reward that extra as well. So again, finally, one thing I want to mention is, again, I understand, being kind of in, middle to late a part of October, right in the middle of the semester, things happen, it's starting to get cold again. We're going to be inside a lot more, all the flu and COVID are all still kind of out there. So, you may, get sick, or your family members get sick, you get busy at work, and maybe you start falling behind on some of the classes. If you're missing any grades, because, you've been sick or you've had stuff come up in your personal life, shoot me an email and let me know. I'm happy to work with you to try to get you caught up so that you can earn points instead of taking a 0 on an assignment. I don't want anybody to take a 0, but again, just let me know if you're missing anything and we can try to work and get that updated. So, and again, I appreciate all the work everybody's doing. It's been a great class so far. I've really enjoyed it. And again, just make sure that you note the due dates coming up for checkpoint number 2 in November. And then, it's a little bit more detailed even than checkpoint number 1. So make sure that you start working on it well in advance so you don't have to worry about it at the last minute. So thanks again, everyone. And if you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to let me know.